Hello friends, in this video let's talk about how to compare two SQL databases by using Visual Studio. See, the comparison is very important for the SQL developers or the production support people. So why? Because there are some scenarios where one procedure used to work without any issues, but when you move to the second environment, it won't work. If you have issues in only one procedure, you can compare manually, but if you have issues in multiple procedures, manual comparison takes a lot of time. Then how to compare two databases? So let me give you a little background to set up the two databases, then I'll talk you how to compare. See, first of all, let us say if you take in the real cases where you will be having multiple environments. So this is a dev, so this is some test, this is some UAT, this is some prod or pre-prod, it's up to us. Here I have a SQL DB with the name of examples here. I am just creating a database name examples here. Obviously I need to create a same database with the same name. Okay, so I have 4 databases in 4 different environments. So to compare, at least I need 2 databases. So I need to compare either between dev to prod, it's up to me, or dev to test, or test to UAT, or UAT to prod. So I want to compare the database in 2 different servers. So for this example, I created 2 different environments for us, which are of having same database in both the environments, like a dev and test. In this example, I might be having only 3 to 4 tables in my database, but when you go to the real time, you might be having around 100,000 tables. So manual comparison may not be feasible at all. So I will show you example here. You can apply in your real scenarios wherever it is required. So as mentioned, so I created 2 servers. So one is, let us assume one is a dev with the name of examples database, and one more is test with the name of example database. Now I want to see what are all the schema differences between dev and test. It is a free tool. By default it comes with a Visual Studio. You do not need to spend any time. Okay, so even like whenever you buy a license for SQL Server, obviously you will get SSDT as a free version. Even you can use that also. It is a kind of Visual Studio version only. So let me show you how to open that as well. So I will be using Visual Studio 2019, or I can take it as a 2017 also. Either is fine, both works. Okay, so before going to talk about Visual Studio, let me show you my 2 databases. So one is employee in dev database, one is employee in test database. So let me go here. See, if you see here, I have 2 SQL Server instances on the same server, on the same laptop. Just to show this example, I have created 2 instances. So one with the name of Venkat-PC/SQL 2016, one more is Venkat-PC. I have 2 instances. So assume this is a dev. So let me make it as, this is a Venkat-PC is a dev. So Venkat-PC/SQL 2016 is a test. But if you see here, my dev database might contain other databases as well. My dev server might contain other database as well, but make sure that you have an example database which contains couple of tables. I have 3 tables. I'm not talking about data comparison. I'm talking about only schema comparison here. So these examples. Now let's expand this. So here also I have many databases, but let's leave that. So this is example I have. Okay, now I'm going to compare. First of all, if I have any differences between these 2 databases or not, I'll see. I'll show you all the scenarios. Whenever you don't have any differences, what is the output, whenever you have differences, what is the output and how to correct it. Is Visual Studio gives you the query to correct? Yes. Let me show you how to do that. So this is a prerequisite first of all before going to talk about SQL database comparison. So let's quickly, once it is ready, let's quickly go to Visual Studio. As I told you, I can do it Visual Studio 2019 or Visual Studio 2017 SSDT version as well. So let's click on it. So once you click on it, yeah. So this is opened here, yeah, like this. Now let's quickly go to File and New Project. Simply just create a new project. Yeah, once you click here, in the left side you have a SQL Server. Select SQL Server and select SQL Server database project and click on OK. Nothing to worry, just click on OK. You give it default names, whatever the names it's been giving. It takes a while in my laptop because I have multiple versions of Visual Studios and multiple versions of SQL Server is installed in this server. Sorry, on this laptop, I mean. Yeah. Okay. So now, so you hope you know that this is Visual Studio window. Yeah. So once you get it, because I went with the default names database 2 and all. So let's right click on the database 2. Once you right click on database 2, you get a schema compare. Let's click on that. So once you click on schema compare, you will get these options like this. Okay, so here this side is as I mentioned, this side I am going to take it as a dev and this side I am going to take it as a test. Two sides I have. If you see, this is the one side, this is the one side. Here, so let's select the source. So here you need to provide a connection string to connect to the dev server. So database name, and here I don't have any existing connection. That's the reason why I'm going with the database and select the connection. Once you select the connection, you get a pop-up and asking for the details. Let's go to browse. Here you need to provide a server name. My server name is venkat-pc, or I can go with the dot. And what is the database name? Since I know that, I can select examples. I am okay with Windows authentication. If you do not have Windows authentication, then you have to go to SQL authentication and other authentications as well. It's up to you. You can connect. Okay, click on OK. That's it. This side is done. Source side is done. Then let's come to target. Click on select target. Same way, database, select connection. Here let's go to browse. Here my server name, whatever the server name you want, you have to give. My server name is ./SQL2016. Okay, since I know again database name also I know, I can type it. If you do not know, you can just use the drop down option. I'm going with again Windows authentication here. Let's click on connect. Click on OK. See, I just selected, nothing I did. So source is, I selected the source here and I selected destination also here. Now let's click on compare. Once you click on compare, let's wait and see how many differences it's going to show us. I'll show you practically with the differences, without differences as well. So if the database size is more, means the database contains many number of objects, it takes a while. If it is a less number of objects, it runs very quickly. Okay, so it just initializes the comparison. If you see here at the bottom, yeah, comparison complete, no differences found, no differences detected. It means that both are in sync. Let's do some change in the dev server here. So this is a dev server which I mentioned. So let's modify some employee table column. I thought of showing you that both the cases. That's the reason why I made everything is same. So now let's save it as here employee name instead of 150 and save it. Okay, save. Now I modified employee name size 150 to 150. Now let's click on again compare. First scenario is clear. Like if you do not have any differences between two databases, it doesn't show anything. If you have a differences, we'll see how it shows. And one more point is, what are all the differences are there? Those differences only will be highlighted here. If there are no differences, then you won't see anything here. Now if you see at the extreme bottom left, you can see initializing the comparison, means it's running it. Now do you see this? Earlier I don't have anything, now I have it. You can see at the extreme left bottom, comparison complete, differences detected. So here table. So what is the table name? Here you can see the change, table, employee name, here both. What is the change? You can just simply expand it, column. You can see here. Otherwise, at the bottom it shows you, it highlights you. The here dev server contains 150, test server contains 50. So can I get the alter script to update this? Yes, of course. You will get the alter script as well. How to get it is, you have an option, generate script. Okay, I have update option as well. I'll talk about that. Let's click at generate script. Once you click on generate script, it takes a while to create a script for us. Does it give a create script or alt script? It gives you only alter script because the table is already existed. So let it run. It's running. Yeah, it's almost ready. Yeah, you can see the script here. Wait, it's running. Yes, if you see here, yes, what is the script? If you see here at the bottom, yeah, you can see it. Okay, let's copy this script and come here and update it. Once you update it like this, copy, let me copy it. Yeah, copy it, you can execute it. Yes, done. So I don't need to identify manually. Now let's compare again. Let's close this. Let's quickly compare it again. Obviously, I should not see any differences here. Okay, so now meanwhile let it compare. Let's prepare one more extra table in the dev. Okay, let's create quick table as names, varchar, and ID. So is it done? Before saving, let's see is it done or not. Yeah, let it compare. Okay, and one more procedure also. I'll try to create one more procedure as well. So create proc test as select star from dpt. Okay, so this is now it's done. Yes, if you see here, I didn't save it, so as of now I don't have any differences. Let me quickly create one procedure here in the dev server. It's ready, and one more table in the dev server. Okay, so testing table. I'm not talking about data. Okay, so let's click on save. Now, so if you see, I created one new table, one procedure in the dev server. Dev server is nothing but this. This is test. Let's compare it quickly. So earlier I generated a script. So now I want to do with this update option. That is the reason why I did that. So let's see the results. Ideally I should get one new table and one procedure. Obviously, yes, you can see here. Do you see here table name as testing, and you can see the symbol here, add procedure test, this one. Okay, if I click on the script, it automatically creates a one create script and one create script for table, one create script for procedure. I do not want to do that option now. I want to do update. Let us see. Are you sure you want to update the target? Target is nothing but this one, this side, test. Okay, just click on yes. If you have access, then it automatically updates the relevant schema in the target. Okay, so now, yeah, it's almost done, it seems. The updates complete successfully. Now let's compare again. So I am not going to the SQL window at all. So let me compare again. So as I updated with a default option provided by the Visual Studio, ideally I should not see any differences. So let it run. So again, I'll give the alter script for the procedure. Yeah, I think it's done. Yeah, you can see here comparison complete, no differences detected. Now let me alter the procedure which is there in the here. So I want to alter it. I want to add a begin and end. That's it. It's altering is nothing but begin and end. Okay, so let's do this alter. Okay, so now Let us see how it comes the symbols. Let's click on quickly compare again. So once ideally the expectation is to show the differences only in the procedure. Yes, of course you can see here. Earlier, if you understand, there is a plus symbol to add. Now it is showing as a change. So what is a change? You can click on it. What is the change? You can see here begin and end. Okay, you have again like dbo.test is also there. That's the reason why it is highlighted this. Okay, so begin and end. You can see here, you can comparison results, you can see at the bottom itself. So if you want to do the update, yes, it automatically creates an update script for you and it runs. You can see here it is running. You can see the time 5, 7, 8, 9, something like that. So this is how we do compare the databases in between the production server or UAT or dev and so on. You can see now. If I simply apply compare, I should not see any differences. Here we can compare schemas only. I can compare the functions here, I can compare the views here, procedures, tables, figures, everything. I cannot compare the data by using Visual Studio in this window. Now all good, comparison complete, no differences found. Detected? Yeah. So that's all about it. So if you have any questions, please drop your question in the comment section. I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Also, like this Facebook page. Thank you for watching.